Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Talking to a lot of people this week about Panda fallout, which happened on the 20th of May. A lot of folks have been hit hard by that. I had to explain to someone today. The guy said to me, look, he said, our site's great for the user. We've just improved it. It's doing all these things. He said, I really don't think the punishment fits the crime. And in their case, the punishment was severe. They've gone from page 1 for a really, really high traffic phrase to page 20. So like somewhere down around 200, right? Severe. Massive impact on their business. I had a look at all the stuff, and one of the things that we do is that we do sit down and we go through a client site and we have a look at everything, what could be wrong, what could have hit it. In his case, it was really Panda. You could see this graph that just went like that. On the 20th of May. And when we dived in deeper, it was just, on the face of it, it looked great for the user, but the site to Google looked like a disaster area. It looked like a train wreck, and he couldn't see that. Now, what I explained to him was that Google is essentially a bunch of geeks. They don't care about your business. All Google cares about is owning you, the individual. They want to know everything there is to know about you. That's what's behind Google Profile. This might sound like tinfoil hat paranoia territory, but seriously, at the end of the day, that's what they want. They want everything that there is to know about you, because at the end of the day, they can sell you as the product to their advertisers. It's a pretty simple concept. If you don't like that, don't use Google. All right? That's what they're on about. So all they were trying to do is deliver better results to the user so the users keep using them and get hooked on the product. All right? So the users aren't the same as the customers. Sometimes when they do that and they try to improve their product, they just basically obliterate businesses overnight, and businesses don't understand why. But today, I wanted to show you a good news story. This is a client that had been hit by old Panda updates, and they had really major traffic and quality issues. And you can see down here, this is the Google Webmaster Tools. This is search impressions. You can see they were getting about 200 around that per day. They started with us on the 5th of May. And, we always write a client brief when we do one of these things, one of these projects. And we sit down and we go through and work out what are the major issues. And for them, we found that they got hit by Google Hummingbird. There are a few other problems with the site. One of the main issues was, though, that the site only had about 50 pages, but Google had indexed twice as many, which is a typical duplication issue when it comes to, say, content management systems like WordPress. We've got in and fixed that, and you can see here in less than a month, bang, they're up at double the traffic that they had, more than double the traffic that they had, and the rankings have gone up, by the same margin. You see here all of these. This is number ones, and this is the movement they've had in that first month. And you can see here, this has gone from number 10 to number 6, and we've got all these, great-looking graphs along the way, and we're seeing, here's another good one. That one's pretty good, actually. I've looked at that one. Those sorts of things. And that's simply from cleaning up issues that we had with the index. So essentially they were quality issues. Now, a lot of SEO companies won't focus on that. I know there are some that do. And the reason that we focus on it is because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is, in a lot of ways, replicate what Google is doing. And that is get a great experience happening for the user. And the way that we do that is that we look at the site, and you can do this yourself, look at the site. How many pages has Google indexed? How many pages do you really have? That's a good starting point, right? Then have a look at the content that Google has indexed. Is it stuff that you want it to index? Go and have a look at your Google Webmaster Tools. Get it hooked up. It's now more important than ever. Go and fix all those errors. I don't care what people say. People come back to you and they'll say, yeah, but 404s don't, those sorts of errors don't really worry things too much about ranking. And even Matt Cutts at Google will say, well, you needn't really worry about these sorts of... These guys, they work for Google, but the algorithms become bigger than them. And I can tell you that because we've got evidence to prove it. They might say, we don't really think that's going to affect your ranking very much. But they don't know what the situation is that you're in. You might be having your ranking drop for one key phrase. It's not just one thing that makes that happen. It might be a whole bunch of variables around that. And that's why you have to get everything fixed up, everything cleaned up. Because at the end of the day, these guys don't know your problem unless they go in and examine it and see who your competition is as well. Because once you get onto that front page of Google for a key phrase, to climb those next 9 spots is basically, it's a game of millimeters. You have to get every little thing working properly. You have to get your site working faster than your competitors. You have to make sure your site's completely devoid of errors. There's plenty of videos out there with Matt Cutts saying you needn't worry too much about 404s. Well, I can tell you, I can point to examples, specific examples, where sites that have ranked number 1 for something, develop 404s overnight, bang, they drop. They go onto page 2. It happens. So, and this is proof of that, how quickly you can come back. You can come back in a matter of weeks if you get everything fixed up. And that's what we've done in this step. We haven't done much on-page SEO here yet, right? So this doubling in traffic is simply because we've got in and we've fixed up the picture as far as Google's seeing it. Now we'll go in and go to the next level and start optimizing for specific phrases and specific keywords. And that is it for this week's show. Hopefully that's helpful. And we'll see you next week. Thanks very much.